hello. Okay, this is delayed. I don't like it. I'm having a few technical difficulties. Hopefully someone's watching. No one's watching right now. That's good because I probably missed the window. I am Leanne Furness. I am an independent demonstrator here in Rochester, Minnesota, USA. I am going to do an annual catalog walkthrough and show some highlights of things. I'm going to try to monitor comments, and I'm also going to try to not watch myself, which is good because you don't want to see me. My room is a mess, as you can see. Post-wedding dismay. So that's exciting. I had a great wedding. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get this going. Okay, nope, that's not what I wanted. Okay, so really, here's what I've learned today is you shouldn't be gone for so long. Hold on. Oh, my computer is being wacky. I don't know if it's the 8 o'clock thing, everyone's streaming TV shows around here or what. All right. So let's get to the catalog. You did know I was gonna. I am so excited to try and play with some of this stuff, and I just am dying to get into it, and I can't because of the other job I took for a little bit longer. So I thought I'd be done in May, but I'm not. Woo! Okay. The streaming is pretty rough right now. Okay, this is the new annual catalog. I'm excited about it. I'm not going to even watch myself because I'm behind and it'll catch up. So as usual, it's a beautiful cover. The colors on this are new colors. Some are returning and some are previous colors and some are brand new. The first thing I wanted to point out on page 3 is it shows you kind of the product suites. Remember, a suite is where you can get paper and ribbon and dies and stamp sets all in one number, and you save 10% for all that. That's different than a bundle because a bundle, you get the stamp set and the dies or punch at 10% discount, but you don't get the DSP. So of course the suites are a higher price point, but I think it depends. I mean, you got to want everything in that suite. Otherwise it doesn't really matter, does it? And tells you where you can find your accessories. We'll talk about that. We have some punch bundles, die bundles. We'll talk about that. And then these are your icons you want to really pay attention to. You got your new product, quick and easy, that tell you kind of, if you're kind of wanted something quick and easy and copy, go for it. Products sized to work with a mini stamp cut and emboss machine, this little fella. And if you like this little fella or you like the boho blue one, those are for sale for a limited time. So you can order that and you can see that online. It's not in the catalog. Distinctive stamps, I'll talk about that a little bit. The special polymer stamps that are reversible. And then demonstrators who reach 1,000 milestones, sales of milestone. Oh my goodness. For those who reach the sales milestone of $1 million, for every $1 million, they get to help develop a product. So there's going to be some fun things. And then products marked with these are available in English, Spanish, and French. Now, what? Spanish? What? Spanish, they're trying it out again. We had Spanish a long time ago, and it didn't really work with the market. But now they're kind of bringing it back to see how it goes. And as a mother-in-law now of a Spanish-speaking young lady, I'm excited about that. Okay, the big news of this year is the color refresh. Color refresh. Well, we knew they were going to do that. I mean, I kind of alluded to it for quite a while. And I think, just going to go back here so I can see any comments. And I think they did a good job. I mean, it's hard to say goodbye to the favorites, and it's fun to see the new colors. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more when we get to the back of the catalog, where I can talk about color families. Kits, again, you can subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, it's a surprise in the mail, or you can order some kits. They're adding kits constantly on the what is happening? Adding constantly on the okay, what? Okay. This is not working out, is it? Lee's laptop, okay. Wah! Okay. Clearly I needed to practice some more. And clearly I didn't. StreamYard is sharing a window. Well, I would hope so. Add to stream. Okay, who's the poor person watching me? Say hi. See if I can see your comments. This may have to be redone. I do not understand. That's not going to work. Oh my gosh. I apologize so much because I'm kind of being a ding dong. Well, there it is. Okay. Well, hopefully it's showing up on there it is. Okay. I don't know what I did, but we're just going to keep going. All right. Here's the first suite. As I talked about, the suites are one whole collection. So this suite would include on page 14 the stamp set, the dies that go with this stamp set, the designer series paper that coordinates with that, and the specialty paper. That you can get all together in a bundle, or you can just order the stamp set and the dies as a bundle, or better yet, you can just order one or the other. I would like to point out that images that have outlines like this tells you from the catalog's perspective that there's either a die or a punch, and you can find that information down here where it's kind of highlighting, and it also says here coordinates with beautiful balloon dies. Now I find that this image down here at the bottom of page 15 is really hard to see, so I like to go back to the dies page. And so I'm going to scoot back to 155 for just a quick second. And you can see a little bit better what is actually offered. So that helps me decide, well, is it worth my money? I'm not sure. I do like the balloons. I can see lots of graduation cards with this if I can get to it before. I don't think I'm going to. So all kinds of fun things to do. It's very bright and cheerful. We'll talk about the designer series paper towards the end. Some are returning. You're going to want to look at the N means new, like in the index. And so that kind of tells you, and a lot of times there's hidden gems, like I said. So the gorgeous garden dies, look how beautiful that is. But you don't really see the die at all in here. So it's supposed to kind of pique your interest. And then over here we have the exposed brick 3D embossing folder, which I think is used in this card over here. And it's not featured on here. It does give you the number, but we will talk about that a little bit more later as well. This is back from the mini. It's super cute. Again, another new one. Again, these images are cut out by dies. So, like I said, Stampin' Up! Is actually doing a lot of online exclusives. And what that means is that you can get them. They're not going to be printed per se in a catalog. They may come and go in stock. They may not. They may come and then be gone forever. no idea. I have no idea what people have seen and what they haven't seen. Well, it's a learning experiment, isn't it? Okay, well, I'm going to go on as if you saw everything I just talked about. I don't know. I almost want to start over, but that seems redundant and kind of crazy. So, but now what happened to sharing my screen? Okay, I'm going to keep going. And then I'll watch it, replay, and then I'll need to do it all over again. I'm sure of it. Um, back to the catalog for a quick minute. You also will see samples, the lots and lots of samples, and a lot of the samples in the annual catalog are meant for stepping it up a bit. They're kind of got lots of layers and lots of parts, but they also show you how you can stay simple without layers, and then adding one, and then how to kind of kick it up a notch a little bit, as I like to say. So you can kind of look for those kind of samples. And now we're going to keep going through again. Dies cut out that image. This is intriguing, isn't it? I have it. I haven't played with it. I've seen a lot of fun things you can do with it. So that's the advantage of driving in a car to Colorado and back. You get to look at a lot of pins and a lot of that videos of people doing stuff you wish you were doing. Okay. This is the one and only stamp set that you can get in Spanish that I've noticed. So I'm super excited about it. I do have that here. Let me see if I can grab it. So, okay, thank you. Muchos gracias. And then you are proof there is good in the world. I wish I could speak Spanish. El mundo es mayor por yo por más porta el de él. I don't know. I'll have to have Danya help me. Anyway, I think it has huge possibilities. And I love the paper. Wait till you see the paper up close and personal. The other thing stamping up besides the distinctive are, I didn't have a sample of that, did I? Distinctive is just a lot of details that you can't get otherwhere. And it looks like it's kind of, oh, I know. Hold on. Please hold. Okay, clearly I need to do this weekly, and clearly I need to get my butt in gear, but I can't promise I'm going to do that before I get back from my bike riding off in the other world. This is distinctive. So this just gives you an idea where it's shadowy, and it gives you that look of watercolor, kind of like the whole world image. That just really has a great watercolor effect, and it makes for easy stamping. The other one they have is reverse stamping. So all that means is on the front, on the butterfly, you have this detail on one side of your photopolymer, and on the other side, you have just the solid. And so it's a two-step, but you only need one stamp. Kind of handy, I would say. But I don't know. I don't have any of these right now, but I will be getting some. All right. Interesting. No one's watching. So that, I wonder, means, is anybody able to see this? I'm pausing. Okay, well, I'm still going to go. I'm going to keep going and just remind you that I've been off of this whole thing for quite a bit. These are basically background stamps, and they're large. You can use a stamping positioning tool if you own one, like the Stamparatus or the other kinds, or you can use a big block. Sometimes I just use the case, to be honest, because it's just as good. Okay, here's the fun part, right? Here's the in colors, the new colors, all the colors. So if you can come on Monday, the 15th, it is my stamp anniversary, and I am celebrating 23 years at this little gig that I'm doing, and I love it clearly. What I will highlight is that I'm going to have some not designer series, some cardstock samplers for you. And sometimes, like my team prefers this 3x3. Sometimes I do rectangles, and it'll be up to you if you want the rectangles or if you want the 3x3. It'll be available for a minimal cost. But what I've done is I've taken the color, and then I've taken the color families on this label, and then the numbers, cardstock, ink, refill blends. So then you can kind of keep an inventory on your color sampler. This is an in color. So this year there's new in colors, which let me get those out. We've got copper clay, which I love. It's a great color. It's very rich terracotta, I would say, almost. And again, you got to see these in person, because really that nothing does them justice until you get to see all of them. Someone messed this all up. I wonder who that could be. All right, so then the next in color is what I refer to as baby diarrhea, wild wheat. And if you look, I'm going to turn this light up a little bit. It has a yellowy look, and I think it has its place in the world, but I'm not sure how to use it myself yet. Of course, then I have to play. Boho blue, which is the color of that mini machine if you're interested. Moody mauve. I feel like we're going back to the 80s. This is totally reminiscent of my goose days. And I wonder who else has had goose. If you're watching the replay or you're watching live, let me know. Did you have geese in your decorations for like ever? Or did you kind of not? I was a goose person. And pebbled path. So pebbled path is a gorgeous taupey brown. If you compare it to gray granite, it works really well. This is the basic gray, so you can see how it's got a little bit more brown tone. So it did expand our color offerings, and that's how they kind of decide what to get rid of, what to add. They kind of look and see, where is the trend going? What are we doing? What do we need? What do we not need? It's an interesting concept. And right now it is 2023, so they're working on the in colors of 24 to 26. Isn't that crazy? I can't even get ahead of my week. All right, so we still have our collections, the brights, the neutrals, the regals, the subtles. We've kind of replaced a few things. So we added lemon lime twist, which you might be saying, isn't that parakeet party up here? Well, parakeet party is going away next year. Lemon lime twist is around, and the lemon lime is just a tish more yellowy. And so I think it'll have some great uses. The other color I love is Azure Afternoon, because it is a good, fun blue. It's just a really good, not pastel, but not solid bright. And then Berry Burst. I don't know if you remember, Berry Burst was an in color a couple years ago, and it's back. It was very popular. Moving on to the neutrals. Speaking of popular, Misty Moonlight was actually one of my favorite colors, and I'm so excited this blue is coming back. It just has so many things you can do with it. And if you layer it with Night of Navy, you can see that it just will be, I mean, it's really much different than Night of Navy. Night of Navy right there looks pretty bright compared to the Azure Afternoon and returning in color Blueberry Bushel. So we have a lot of blues, and we have boho blue and balmy blue. Back at this, the pecan pie is a brand new color. I would say it's not quite cinnamon cider, if you remember that color, but it's a little richer than cinnamon cider. So I have one cinnamon cider thing I think here, and I don't think it's not the same. Pretty Peacock, whoop whoop. I'm so excited about that one. That and Misty Moonlight made me so happy because Pretty Peacock is just this rich, tealy greeny color, and I just think that it is so cool to see um, all these this is just a really rich color, and I'm so excited it's back here in the Regals. It makes sense to me. Blueberry Bushel returning as well as an in color in the Regals. I almost would have called that a bright, but I can see why Blueberry Bush is more regal than the bright Azure Afternoon. All right, new Lemon Lolly. Why do we need Lemon Lolly, you're thinking? Well, because I should have my So Saffron sample. I will at my open house. So saffron, this Lemon Lolly, it's a nice yellow. I'm not sure if I like it in the designer series paper, and I'll show you why in a bit because it's just a little bit bright. Lost Lagoon, oh, another favorite in color. I'm so excited it's back. Fresh Freesia, we didn't say goodbye to it very long, did we? It was in color that just retired, and it's back. And the next one that I'm excited about is Bubble Bath. Brand new color, very nice pink. And when you put it next to Petal Pink, you can tell that it's way pinker than Petal Pink. Petal Pink is a very, I don't even know, light corally pink. I don't really know why it's called Petal Pink, but it is. How do you like that? Let's get to the fun designer series paper. I'm going to move my catalog. So, well, actually, what I'm going to point out is on page 127 is the specialty paper. You can see it spattered throughout the catalog and other places. But let's talk about that specialty paper. Okay, now I'm going to spill something. I know it. Specialty paper just basically means it's more expensive. No, it means that it's got some shimmer, some texture, something fun and different than the regular designer series paper. Wow. See, I knew I would fall apart right now. All right. So first of all, we're going to look at the first thing on page 127 called the holographic specialty paper. It goes great. It looks pretty great right there, right? No, that's just the back. It's just pretty plain. It's going to be hard for me to capture this. This is a very holographic, just some really fun paper that coordinates with the, I don't know all the words, the outer space one. How's that? It coordinates with the outer space one. And I will show you this as well. So that's a fun, use it minimally in your cards kind of a thing. I can see lots of potential for that. The next one I'm going to open up is called White Center 12 by 12 specialty paper. And so it's not every color and it's not just one color family. It kind of goes around. But why they mean white and white specialty papers, if I tear this, it has white on the inside. Now, if I take a piece of our regular cardstock, like this Blueberry Bushel, and tear it as blueberry through and through, you're not going to get that white edge. The white edge has some purpose to it, and there's some things you can do with the white edge that really make it pop. So I wanted to point that out. And of course, I'll be using it in some things eventually. So they have Berry Burst. This is Fresh Freesia. And then we've got Lime Twist and Night of Navy. I love Night of Navy. Anyway, that's the fun white centered 12 by 12 and why you might want that. You might want to double check. The gold shimmer is just our regular gold that we've had. It's not new. It's returning. Rose gold specialty paper is also not new. It's also returning. But I don't know if I have had it out. I had a smaller smaller sheets. They were like 6x6, but now they're 12x12. So I think that has some really good purpose. One is shiny, one is matte. You can't see that in this video, but that is definitely one shiny, one matte. And it's not quite the gold that we're used to. Textured shimmer paper is returning as well. We've had that for a couple of catalogs, and it's just really nice. And I know some of you have noticed it on my cards and my swaps. Like, it just has this good ridge. It's through and through paper. It also has the white center, so you can go ahead and use that technique. But you got white, shaded spruce, and balmy blue. Okay. I haven't even home long enough to take these all out, but I thought I would tonight. All right, number 6 on page 1. I just ripped that off. That's special. On page 127 is the More Dazzle specialty paper. It says new, and I think it's new because it's a slight different color, but it is very reminiscent of the Celebration rewards that were a few years ago. I did have one old Celebration sheet, and you can't really tell the difference, but I think it's new because you can buy it. There's all the difference I'm going to say. Anyway, this is a great pack for adding some serious intense bling into your images. But then if you don't like that intense bling, then you may want to use the next one, which is soft shimmer paper. And that comes in some different colors, like, oh my gosh, Bubble Bath. That must be Lost Lagoon. This is like a test on my colors, Night and Navy, and Pretty Peacock. Ooh, say ooh. I can see some fun borders and things to come on with that. I think it'll be great if I ever get to play. This one is the 2224 in color textured paper, especially at that. So I wanted to see, why is it specialty? Well, it's because it's got some shimmer, right? So it's a lot like what I just showed you in the soft shimmer, but it's not as quite, it's kind of a combination between the textured shimmer paper and the soft shimmer. This doesn't have quite as much glittery stuff. So it's really nice. It really actually reminds me of the first shimmer paper, number 5. Oh my gosh. And then, because you don't have enough choices, there is number 9 that is new, and it is the 2325 in color specialty designer series paper. And this is luster. So that's going to be a softer shimmer than what we had. And you can see it's the new in colors. And I can see lots of fun things. Fun things with this. I mean, wild wheat. It looks still okay. It'll be fine. And the last distressed gold is a repeat that we had in our last annual catalog. It just adds a little, it's fun to use when you don't want bright gold, but you want a soft look. All right. Now for the stars of the show. We are going to go ahead and look at the designer series paper. Now, I don't have my samplers ready. I wish I did. That would be a great goal, but this job is taking up more time than I thought it would. Bright and Beautiful. In the catalog, it lists some colors, and sometimes the back of your designer series paper tells you more. It tells you more colors. And so if you get it, you might want to look and then add it to your catalog. For example, this one has Azure Afternoon, Berry Burst, Blueberry Bushel, Bubble Bath. Of course, this one will be right. Freesia, Lemon Lime, Lemon Lolly, Lost Lagoon, Misty Moonlight, and Pretty Peacock. So they did list all of them. Ooh, can you just see fun birthday, graduation cards? I love the ombre look. I can see wanting to order some more of this because I think it has potential to do fun cards for all ages, really. Not just kids, not just adults. You know, we have some of that designer series paper that's just so specific that you kind of need some kind of fun paper that lets you see fun and not just that. So this is the Bright and Beautiful paper on page 129, and it's 6x6, and you get 4 of each. So it's a good bundle to maybe share with somebody, that pack. If you don't want all of it, you can share it. I want all of it, but that's just me. Okay, so here is the next one. It's called Country Inn. And I probably don't have these in the right order, but we're just going to go with it. So the first one has bunnies. And on the back side, it has this, non-gender like background. And then the next one, if we had it right, has birds, pigeons, or whatever. And the back has just blue, just nice blue stripes. And then we've got some flowers. Because, Stampin' Up! Loves their flowers. And just a subtle design. It kind of reminds me of wallpaper, maybe, in an old place. And then we got this, which is this is I don't even know, just a different pattern. I can see punching out these little circles because now their circle punches are back. This is a fun background too. Be good for baby boys or baby girls. This one has cute little foxes on it. And I didn't even notice that stuff in the catalog. So to me, that's like worth having this all here, especially for you guys to see. This has got some leaves, some funky leaves. This, of course, coordinates, and it coordinates with the Countryside Inn and Suite on page 62 and 63. And I will highlight some of those projects at a later date. Okay, the next one is a lot of paper. It's called Delightfully Eclectic, and it couldn't be named better. This is something you may want to share with a friend, a stamping friend. There are 4 each of the 12 double-sided papers, and it costs $30, but you get 48 12 by 12. Usually our 48s are in 6 by 6. So we've got some fun, different, eclectic group things. Some things they will coordinate together, so you'll be able to have, projects that work. What is going on? Projects that work with these together. I'm not sure why there's such a glare, but we're going to go with it. I apologize. Okay. And then we've got, and it has pretzels. If you're into pretzels, I can see using some of this stuff for scrapbooking. How fun is this? You can just cut out different letters. It goes with the hearts. This coordinates with the punch that is new in the catalog. You got some daisies if you don't want to order all the daisies. And then we've got some more. Just really, this paper is amazing. And I think it has so much potential. And it has so many different colors. That looks great together too, these two. So I think you have to kind of play and use your imagination. But, someone out there is going to use their imagination for us. And we don't even have to worry about it. They're going to inspire us. Okay, this is one of my favorites. Wow, that took a while. This is on page 130. This is Earth and Elegance. And it's got some great, may I say, masculine type papers, as well as earth-like papers for the earthy person. This, I'm not sure what that is. It must be like, I don't know. Someone could tell me. That'd be great. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Great, again, This is one of those, you can cut down and just kind of add some embellishments on top and make a really great card. I love these colors. These are all the in colors that are new. And I thought, oh my gosh, those colors are never going to work together. Boop, guess they do. This one, I don't really know. Is it dripping paint? Then I thought maybe it's dripping icing off a cake. See, I can clearly see I need to be creating things. So not even this weekend. Maybe Sunday on Mother's Day. That'll be my Mother's Day gift to myself. All right. The next group is Fresh as a Daisy. This is kind of like the scrapbooking extraordinaire kind of things. You can use it that way, or you can use just the back. It has a lot of daisies because it goes with the daisy suite. And I think Fresh as a Daisy suite. I think that die, I've seen some beautiful things. This is just gorgeous. And I think, how fun would that be just to put in a frame and a nice little saying up here? Great gift idea. All right, so that's that. And then our next papers are, the next two are actually 6x6. Glorious Gingham is just that. Glorious and gingham. It comes in all those colors that it's listed there on page 130, and it has a large gingham and a soft and a small gingham. So that's fun. I can see lots of uses for that. The gingham paper in the last mini was very popular. This one, I was kind of like, the muted colors. I don't know if I like them, but I do like them. Calypso Coral. This is just a fun, I can see using this with my textured chic stamps and dies. It's just kind of a fun image. It's not crisp. It's not realistic. It just adds a little bit of fun designs, natural designs, right? So you got your leaves, and you got some flowers, and you got some gingham kind of stripes. You can accentuate this with adding some color in there. I can see all kinds of fun things. Oh my gosh. Then this is why I should do it multiple nights, but I just can't. You guys, I just cannot get my act together that much. What about this? I don't even like fish. Let's go fishing. I think if you have a fisherman in your life, you better get this paper, and you've got cards for like a billion years. But if you don't have fishermen in your life and you just have masculine cards you want to make, there you go, the other side. This is little fish hooks or lures, I suppose. And again, a better, another masculine plain background. This kind of simulates waves, but it also has like a little mappy thing on the back, which I love. I was going to see what this says. It says nothing. Middle ground. I don't know where middle ground is. I don't think that's really a map. Then we have the fishing poles and some fish net, and then some more blue fish. And then I like this. I like this blue wooden look. It's really cool. All right, so the next one, hey, welcome to whoever just joined us. Thank you. This one, I would have never said, oh my gosh, you got to have this. But if you are going to buy that crafting stamp set, it goes with that too. Because look at how cute. There's like little an art studio, or there's just kind of fun little images. And of course, some of the dies that go with this can cut out these images. And so another thing I should point out on page 131 is in this, where they show the Les Shops, it says some of these images coordinate with the Let's Go Shopping dies. Now, I don't know which ones that is. I'm not sure if I'm going to buy that or not. Hopefully someone else can help us with that. This is just a plain background. This is super fun. Maybe just because I'm going to France and I'm thinking, this is just a great background. If you need something, just a little something, something, I like it. This has a lot of shops. I love this. I don't even know why. I could see totally doing some kind of scrapbooks on there. Again, more buildings, more shops. I was thinking, like for some of these, how fun would it be to use them in a card? This is more shops, same shape. So of course the dies would cut these out too. This is a library and some paint. Don't really understand the combination there, but oh, I like that. I like the bright. I like bright. Bright is my friend. Okay, our next one. Turn the page. Page 132 is a very strange and new addition to Stampin' Up. And I've never seen anything like it from Stampin' Up. So that is something to be said after 23 years, don't you think? It is a torn collage. That's all I'm going to say. It's a torn collage. The backside torn as well. So remember how I said if you tear some of that paper, you can get the white edge? There you have it. This is this is more like a 3D paper that's not really 3D. I don't know if it trips my trigger yet or not. I know I'm going to see somebody use it and make me want to just say, oh, cool. But it also gives you an idea of how to make background paper out of your scraps, doesn't it? This, I think we're back in 1988. This is pretty. Oh, wait, did I show that one already? This is, again, 3D flowers and some torn paper. Not sure what Stampin' Up was going with there with that, but I bet they have an idea. And I bet we might find somebody who's going to rock it, and then we're all going to be jealous. Okay, remember that holographic paper? This goes with that holographic paper. Stargazing. Designer series paper coordinates with the stargazing suite, but if you have the Give It a Whirl dies like I do, I think I could make some fun space, like people flying around in the space. Just thinking out of the box. But if you don't like space pictures, I mean, if you go camping or anything for scrapbooking, look at how fun. So there's two different versions of the stars. I was like, aren't those the same? One is a little bit more berry burst in it. You're out of this world. I can just totally see a lot of fun cards coming this way. And scrapbooks. And I love the bright colors. I didn't think I'd like them. When I looked at the catalog, I thought, what in the heck is Stampin' Up doing? Sorry. And, well, they know what they're doing is what they're doing. The next designer series paper is pretty stinking cute. It is the Zoo Crew. And I don't even know. I can't even describe it. I don't make a lot of baby cards. I might have to, but I think these would be fun just for a lot of things. I don't have the suite yet. Did you like that yet? I think it has some really potential. You could punch these out. You could die cut this guy out and say, you could do a lot of things with these without the dies that actually cut out the images, but they do cut out the images. Like, for your grandma who knits, you can kind of cut that out in oval. For your grandma who cooks, that kind of stuff, you could totally just piecemeal parts of these. Got some musical people in your family? Look at how cute this little frog is playing the flute. Or if you have dancers, like Becky Meyerhofer, my team member likes to go tap dancing. This is not tap dancing. This is ballet dancing. Or if you're in the outdoors kind of a person. How stinking cute is that if you go hiking or you have a campground? And then, of course, you can add color in here to add some pizzazz. You can color on here too. That would be fun. Okay, we're almost done, people. And then I don't know what I'm going to do with the rest of my mess. Now, oops, the in colors and family designer series paper. I love this year. I just really love it. They all have this heart design. On the back of the heart design is this checkered. And then we've got this hand-drawn stripe and some uneven polka dots. I think those are going to be a great addition to all of our designer series paper collections. And if you want to get like crazy with parties or shaker cards, or you just want to celebrate something, look at how fun this window sheet is that's printed gold. What's that called? Confetti. Or if you flip it over, it's silver. How cool is that? So then I'm going to show you the next one is more like, I guess those were called streamers. This is called confetti. And again, if you flip it over, it's silver. And then this guy has some shaped confetti falling down. And again, if you flip it over, it's silver. I really like that. I think I just can't wait to play it in my life here. Have I said that enough? And the last one on this page is the Vellum Basics Specialty Designer Series paper. These are returning from, I believe, the mini catalog. You're not going to be able to see that. Hold on. Let's do this. Yeah, there you go. You have some fun generic leaves. You have some fun, generic stripes. And you also have some fun generic polka dots. So you can do a lot of things with that. You know, there might be a question at my open house if you can tell me, or a prize, if you can tell me where they use that paper in the main catalog, in the samples. That's kind of going to get you to look. All right, enough of the paper. I want to point out a few things. That yes, the Stamparatus is gone. It's gone because of a lawsuit by a company that doesn't want anyone else to have one of those. So we cannot have those. You can still use it. I'm still going to use it. It's not like we don't all have different tools from different companies. So I don't care if you bring in a different stamp and positioner or whatever. Just bring what makes you succeed. There are a whole lot of things going on in this page. You got your embossing powder additions toolkit with your embossing buddy. You got your mini and regular blends. You've got all kinds of fun things. So you really got to take some time and look at that. It's a lot to absorb. They try to pack a lot in. This page is all of our adhesives. And I can't speak highly enough of the adhesive sheets. I just love those things. And you know, I use them a lot. And then we've got our bling. Remember, again, if it's new, if it's returning, the daisies are returning, which I'm excited about. And so that's the bling. That's the ribbon. These are the tools. There's one new part for the take your pick crafter tools. And it makes a perforated side. It has X-Acto knife type and a pick tip. I don't know. We'll see what that looks like. Don't have it. All right, here's where our bundles come into play. The first group is the punches because they're a lower price point. I'm so excited about the circles. Online, there's a 1 and a 1 3/4, and I can't remember exactly the measurements, but there are some online that you can get that are not printed in a catalog. And so you'll see me bringing out those old ones that I have that are just the same style. They just say retired. And that will be a good point of speaking. There is this punch, which is very intriguing because I think you could do a lot of fun things. The bundle of the monkey. And then if there's not a bundle, the bundles are enclosed in a rectangle. The non-bundles are just randomly throughout. The boat stamp set is no longer in there, but just because it's here by itself doesn't mean it's not part of a group or it doesn't coordinate. So like the bunny will coordinate, we just can't get it as a bundle anymore. The songbird, the hedgehog, the ladybug, those are all still available, but as stamp sets as well. All right, this is just your standard accessories and more that no one wants to order because it's boring. All right, let's get to the stamp die bundles. Again, remember that when you look at these bundles in the main part of the catalog, you may want to come back here to look at the larger images of dies, or if you go online to the Stampin' Up! Website and look at these, put in these numbers, you will see them way, way better. Look at how cute this is. It's a tackle box. I just think. I don't even like fish. I do like biking, however. All right, so these are all our bundles that are available now. And then, look at my fun notes. I have a whole bunch of dies that are in the back of the page, 162. Whoops. But not all of them coordinate. And what I mean by that is, for example, all that coordinates with the He's the Man or He's All That stamp set. And we'll tell you that. But if it doesn't coordinate, meaning it doesn't cut out an image or it doesn't work exactly completely with an image, it would be like the basic borders. Here it says, see these in use on page 99. So then I would go to page 99 and look at these and say, where is that border? Well, it's really hard to see probably, but the pink and the white little ginghamy thing, that's not the word. Rickrack? Rickrack. So that's one of the dies that do not coordinate, but yet are really not worth a look. The brilliant backgrounds, again, are worth a look. The delightful Dolly hybrid doesn't really coordinate. Again, worth a look. Here, I'm just going to point out a few of these that do not have the deckled rectangles, the Crocker treat box, and the dots and spots. Do not actually have stamp sets that coordinate. Christmas pine cone does not either. It did at one point, but it now is a solo item in the catalog. Remember when I talked about the gorgeous garden? There it is. Labels aglow, that coordinates a little bit with a stamp set, but I would almost call it a standalone. Here are the patchwork pieces and the petal patterns. And I think that with a punch might work really good. And that's the end. Oh, no, I lied. There's more dies. This does technically coordinate with a stamp set because of those dies, but you can use the scallop contours with almost anything. The something fancy dies I love. I'm going to be using those a lot. The Stitch with Whimsy, the Stylish Shapes, the two-tone floral, that coordinates, never mind. And here's the one that I really wanted to point out. Wanted to say, it doesn't coordinate with any of the stamp sets, but look at, you get the 2-layer look of images with that are words. So if you go to page 35, so for those of you who don't have a Cricut or don't know how to use a Cricut, you could look at this Feel Better Soon. That's beautiful. It's got it's just shadowed, I guess, and Celebrate. So with our sticker sheets and cutting that out, you'd get some really fast, quick, beautiful cards. Now remember, in addition to all the dies you see here, there are those online exclusives. So there's that fun little thing. And remember, the little mini guy tells you that you can use it with the mini machine, and you don't have to have the large machine if you're not quite sure what you want to do. As always, in the back, you kind of look on, I don't know, but it has a little Stampin' Rewards. Anybody who orders $150 or more or has a party, who are we kidding? Everyone orders $150. You get 10% back. And so I might point that out to you if you order in my club or whatever. It's kind of fun to get something for free. And then the stamp index. So if you know the name and you just don't know what page it is on, you can look back here and it has that. All right, that's it. That was a debacle. I'm really not happy with this whole presentation, but guess what? It's going to be okay. I'm going to get back in the saddle and pre-record some videos, which is not as fun as recording in person. And so we'll see. We'll see how long it takes me to get going and having some fun. Thank you for those who are joining me live. Type in what you think is your favorite designer series paper, or what you can't wait to get your hands on, what may be your new your new color favorite. I'll have lots of fun prizes on my Stampiversary open house. I have no idea what we're really doing because you guys know me. We'll get there. It'll be fine. So, hope to see all of you on Monday, or more of you if you're watching in a replay. Same thing. Let me know what you're excited about, what colors you're excited about. There's a lot of new, and we have a whole year to get through it all. So, I'm not going to stress out about like I haven't had classes, and I'm not going to have a class now until mid-June, I think, just for logistics of my time. I don't like it. But I am going to do some videos on some techniques and some products as I play. Someone has to hold me to that. I need an accountability buddy. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great, if you're a mother, Mother's Day. If you're not a mother, have a great day anyway. And enjoy the weather. It's getting better. Bye.